Okay, so I'm going to cover what happens when you have start-to-start relationships and finish-to-finish relationships. As you know, typically we have a finish-to-start relationship, which means I have to finish this task before I can start this task and finish this one before I can start this one. So I start with day 0, and 0 and 1 is 1, and then I carry the largest number forward typically. So I carry 1 over here and I carry 1 down here. 1 and 20 would mean 21 is a finish date for this task. And then I would carry 21 as a finish date, a start date here, and 21 as a start date here. I would add 6 as a duration, so 21 and 6 is 27. And I would add 14 as a duration here, so 21 and 14 is 35. Now, the simple explanation here is that it's a start-to-start relationship. So the boxes I'm going to be dealing with are no longer carrying across from here, finish to start, but rather it's going to be start to start like this. So I'm going to take 21 plus 5 because it's a start to start of plus 5, and that's going to give me the start date for the next activity. So 21 plus 5 means I'll put 26 in this box. Okay, and then I would just do my normal adding of the duration 4. 26 plus 4 means that this activity ends on day 30, and then again I have a start to start of plus 1, so I'm going to take the start date, 26, plus 1 means I put 27 as a start date for the next activity. What this is allowing me to do is it's allowing me some overlap. You can see here I'm starting this one a little before this one ends, and I'm starting this one a few days before this one ends. All right, similarly with the finish to finish down here, in this case I'm going to use the finish boxes to finish up the activities. So instead of bringing 35 across, I'm going to go from the finish to the finish plus 2. 35 plus 2 means this one will end on 37. Then I subtract the duration to find the start date of this task. 37 minus 8 means it starts on day 29. Then I'm going to do the same thing here for a finish to finish of plus 3. I'll take the finish of 37, add 3 means that this one will finish on 40. I'll subtract 8 to get a start date of 32. Okay? Then I can finish out this diagram. 1 and 5 is 6 up here. 27 and 5 is 32. I can carry 32 across because this is a finish start to start relationship. And 32 and 3 is 35. And now the largest of 40, 35, and 6 comes in here, which is 40. And 40 and 1 is 41. So on the forward pass, I know I have a 41-day project. Then on the backward pass, I'm going to go backwards. I've dropped 41 down here. 41 minus 1 is 40. I'll take 40 here. I'll take 40 here. And I'll take 40 down here. 40 minus 8 is 32. Now, to do the backwards pass, it's the same thing. I still have to respect this finish-to-finish relationship. So I'm going to take the finish, and I am going to subtract 3 to get the finish date of the next activity. So 40 minus 3 means this one finishes on 37. And then I can complete this activity. 37 minus 8 is 29. And then I have another finish to finish, so I'll do the same thing here. 37 minus 2 means this one ends on 35. And then 35 minus 14 is 21 to finish out that task. Up here with the start to starts, let's go back. I've got 40 minus 3 is 37, and 37 comes straight across. And 37 minus 5 is 32. Now here it's a start to start, so I'm going to take my start date here, subtract 1 because we're going backwards, so I do the opposite. 32 minus 1 gives me a start date of 31 over here. Then I can complete this activity. 31 plus 4 means it ends on 35. Same thing here, start to start. 31 minus 5 gives it a start date of 26. And 26 plus 6 is 32. Then I have typical 40 minus 5 is 35, and I bring the smallest of 21, 26, and 35 in, which is 21. 21 minus 20 is 1. Carry the 1 up here. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now I can see my critical path is where I've got no float. So that's here, well, the finish date, here, 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 and here. So the critical path is going like this. And then these guys have float. 5 of float here, 5 of float here, 5 of float here, and here. And these guys have quite a lot of float, 34 days of float. Okay, so I hope that helps understand this in exactly less than 6 minutes.